Hello, Keto Rock Stars. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to make Maria Emmerich's protein noodle lasagna. I have to just say, without Maria Emmerich, I don't know how I would have been able to start or sustain this lifestyle. She's one of the first person that I was introduced to, and her recipes have really saved my life. And I am so blessed to have been able to meet her at Ketopalooza 2024. Thank you, Maria, for everything you do. As always, I'm posting links to the recipe down below in the comments. And again, Maria, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much. You're such a blessing to so many in this lifestyle. And this is my take on Maria Emmerich's protein noodle lasagna. Without further ado, let's make some delicious protein noodle lasagna by Maria Emmerich. Welcome, Michiana Keto Rock Stars. How we doing tonight? Boy, we've got a good show tonight. I can't wait. Tonight we're doing keto lasagna. And this is your funny favorite food addict, Amy Davis. Thank you for joining us for tonight's Sunday Night Live. Again, I have to do my disclaimer. I'm not a medical professional. Any information provided in this forum is not to be used for medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or services to you or any other person. Any information provided in this forum does not replace being seen by a physician. If you have a medical condition, please seek medical advice from a physician, and as always, please consult with a physician before changing your diet. Welcome tonight. As I stated before, we have a great show. We are doing keto lasagna. But before I get started on that, I kind of want to take a brief moment to talk about something that happened to me this week, last week, over the holiday, which kind of stunk because I had to cancel my Thanksgiving, which is awful. I also had to cancel last week's show, but I got really sick with the upper respiratory virus, so I kind of wanted to talk about what you can do to stay healthy. I kind of talked about my live yesterday about what cold medicines, and I see Janine's in here. Hi, Janine. Thanks for joining. And I did do some additional research from some of the experts, and they did not recommend any cold medicines. But my personal opinion is if you're sick, good, better, best, they all have some sort of sugars in them. The one that I like to use is this Alka-Seltzer Plus Severe Cold. These are the little fizzy tablets. I do not like anything with syrups in them because they just tend to be very sugary and seem to have a little bit more bad ingredients in them. These are, I think, 0 to 2 total carbs per serving. I just know on those days I'm going to be using these. Now, if you have, always consult with your physician, especially if you're taking any other kind of medications. And if you have high blood pressure, I used to have high blood pressure. The only one I could take while having high blood pressure was Coracetin BP. So check with your physician before taking any cold medicines on high blood pressure. The other thing is I do take supplements. I don't necessarily advocate for supplements for everybody, but I do. I care for a 92-year-old with dementia in a nursing home, and I seem to get sick, and I'm going to cough in a minute. Excuse me, I'm still getting over this, so bear with me tonight. But I do seem to get sick more often than other people because I am being exposed to it in a nursing home. So there is a few supplements that I take. Again, you don't have to do these. Hey Sherry, welcome. Thanks for joining. I do take supplements because I am exposed to a lot of viruses, and I'll talk about some of these. I take vitamin D3 on a regular basis, anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 IU every day. Especially if I'm sick, I bump that up. And I have a specialist that I see, and he has recommended that I be on all of these. So a doctor has recommended that I be on all of these. I do, for energy, a doctor has recommended that I be on a B complex. Both of my doctors recommended B complex. And then my specialist put me on a B12 sublingual for energy. So I take that. And I did order one on Amazon that did not have any sugar in it. This one, this NAC, my specialist recommended, and this is a free radical support, and it tends to get rid of toxins out of your body. And since I started taking this a year ago, I seem to get sick a lot less. So this is NAC, and he actually recommends taking it 3 times daily. I only take it once daily, but that is NAC, and it's supposed to get toxins out of your body. Oh, and also another thing that I take is when I'm sick. This is guifanescent. I think it's, I forget what the brand name is, but it's a mucus relief. And I think if you have high blood pressure, you can take this, but always check with your doctor again to make sure it's safe. Mucinex. Mucinex is the brand name, and it's not the DM, it's just the regular Mucinex. And then another thing, and most people know this already, but zinc. I take this on a daily basis.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Oh, that's funny. I think that's my iPad talking to us now. Great. Zinc, and sometimes I bump this up. This is 30 milligrams. I'll take double these when I get sick. And then here's something I take all the time. And if you're just starting out on keto, this is great. This is an electrolyte drop. Now, I just buy Keto Tel brand. This does not have any flavor, but if you have to have a flavor, you can get Redmond's Relight. They have flavors. There's another brand. Janine, help me out here. What's the other brand? Element Tea. Element Tea has a bunch of different flavors, but I'm simple. I just want cheap. I just squirt this in water, and this is great if you have the stomach flu and you've been vomiting. And don't get Pedialyte, don't get Gatorade. That's loaded with sugar. You do not want to drink that stuff because it's just bad for you. Now, what Maria Emmerich recommends is bone broth. And you can either make your own bone broth, but that's a very long process. I've done it before. It's 2 days. Bone broth takes a lot of time to make yourself. The brand of bone broth I like, especially if you're sick, is Kettle and Fire. I think you can get it at Meijer's. You can order it on Amazon, so if you're really sick, the problem with ordering it on Amazon is it takes several days to get there. So if you're sick, you need to get this right away. So Kettle and Fire, it's kind of expensive, but it is a good brand of bone broth. So always try to get that in there. That's something that will help you heal faster. Okay, so those are the things that I would recommend if you are getting sick, have a cold. Always try to stay hydrated. I noticed there was a day that I was working this week and I thought I was having a relapse, and it was because I was on the phone all day and I was not getting enough fluids. So if you get sick, make sure you're staying hydrated. It will help you heal faster. Okay, without further ado, we're going to start on the keto lasagna. I'm so pumped about this, and I got to thank Janine Fretz for this. She, again, is the reason I got started with the keto process. And let me make sure I can see everybody's comments. Don't forget to tell us where you're watching from, what state at least, or what city. The other thing I want to know is, are you guys enjoying these lives? Should I keep doing them? Should I stop doing them? We've been doing them for a couple months now. Do you want me to continue on with them? Do you like the cooking part of them? Do you just want to talk and ask questions? I mean, because it's a lot of time to do them, but are you enjoying them? Do you want me to keep doing them? Do you want me to do them every week, every couple weeks? Post in the comments, yeah, let's do them, or, let's not do them. It's fine. I don't, it won't hurt my feelings if you're not getting anything out of them. But we certainly can keep doing them, or we can stop doing them, or we can do them on a monthly basis, or however often you want to do them. So right now I have a lasagna in the oven, and I'm going to show you the process of making a lasagna, and it's so simple. And we're just going to talk through this. This was one of the very first things, and I was getting ready to start to say that Janine was instrumental in bringing me to keto. I kind of started on my own, and then she really showed me the right way to do it, because I wasn't doing it the right way. I was really drowning in doing it the wrong way. And this is one of the recipes that she brought me to, and it's one of my favorite recipes. And Dennis loves, my husband loves it too. I get some things out here. And I'm going to teach you guys how to make it tonight. And it is amazing. I make it for friends and family that aren't even keto. And they just go nuts. So we're going to start putting this together. And it's so simple to make. Now, I have the oven preheating at 425. And there's already a lasagna in there because I wanted to show you guys what it looks like when it's done being cooked. So we're just going to start putting together the ingredients. Now what I have here, I already made some hamburger and onion, and I just fried this in the pan, and I actually chopped up the onion, and it's raw because you're supposed to saute it with the hamburger, and I forgot to do that, but it's okay. I've done that. I made it this way before, and it turned out okay. So we're going to actually put that in one of my bowls here. We're going to put this in here in one bowl. Okay. Get all that good onion in there. And then I have, and I'm going to learn how to make my own spaghetti sauce, but I have Rouse spaghetti sauce just because I haven't been feeling well and I kind of wanted to cook corners. And this is a low sugar. You can use really any low sugar. I guess I should have opened. Now I'm going to embarrass myself by not being able to open the jar. Should have opened it before you guys got on here. Might need to get a knife and try to loosen it up that way. Forgot to do that. Okay, tip, when you're doing a live, make sure you loosen the jars. There we go, got it. Okay, so you can really use any low sugar spaghetti sauce. And then I always tip the jar over and get the extra sauce out. And then you just mix that into the onion and hamburger. And then this calls for fresh garlic. You can use fresh garlic, but half the time I'm making this, I'm in a hurry. So I always put probably extra garlic in here too. So I don't know, maybe a half a tablespoon in the sauce. So just put that in there. And then I also put a half a tablespoon, and this is Tone's Italian seasoning in the sauce. And we're going to mix that up really good. Oh, and then we're going to put the rest of the sauce that's in this jar in here, because we had it upside down. Got to get all that sauce in there. Get this out of the way. And mix that up really good. I have enough room here for everything. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Hopefully you can see all this. Okay, and then here, what this is ricotta. And I just got this at Meijer's. This is just, it's whole milk. Make sure you get whole milk and not the low fat stuff. But this is just ricotta in here, and I already put this in here. And then you take an egg. So I have an egg here, and then you just crack this in here into the ricotta and mix that in. And I just mix it in. I have a fork here. So I'm just going to mix this in with a fork so that it gets mixed in. And I like garlic, so I always put like some more garlic in this. It says 2 cloves. I don't know, I'll probably put another teaspoon of garlic in this probably. So we'll do that. And then it says 1/2 half a teaspoon of salt. And again, I always use the Redmond's Real Salt, which I order directly from their website. So we put that in and mix it up real good. Okay. So mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. Get all that garlic in there. So I'm going to get these this out of the way. Okay, so we got our ricotta mixture and our meat mixture. Okay. So, we've combined our ricotta cheese with egg, half teaspoon of salt. Now, what we're going to do is start assembling the lasagna. Oh, the other thing, so, let me talk about the sausage for a minute. In my shopping trip yesterday, I talked about the sausage. So, I buy sausage links. If you buy ground sausage, you're going to cook that with your hamburger, and that's going to go into your mixture with your spaghetti sauce. But the very first time I made this, I accidentally bought the sausage links, the Italian, and so I'm like, well, you can't return those, and I'm not gonna go buy more sausage. So I cooked these in my air fryer, and then I cut them up into like little slices, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do with them. And actually, we loved it so much, that's how I make it every single time. So I cooked these like little sausages in my air fryer, and then I cut them into these links. But you may just want to get ground Italian sausage and put it into the meat mixture, and that's fine too. So I am going to make sure you guys can see this. Move this, and maybe I'll move this closer. And then we'll point this down a little bit. Can everybody see this? Please post in the comments if you can see the lasagna pan, what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through, we're just going to layer this. So the first layer we are going to do, let's see, I think it's just the meat mixture. So we spread 1/2 cup, so we do half of the meat sauce. So you just put this in the bottom of the pan. By the way, this is so good. And the awesome thing about this, I haven't told you yet, is that you do not have to mess with boiling noodles or box noodles or anything like that. And I am making this as part of our Christmas meal. Now, I'm also going to make a regular lasagna too, because we have people who are not keto. Okay, and then these I just take here, put that out of the way, and I just literally place them on top of the meat sauce, like little miniature hamburger patties. And actually, this is so delicious. I love these little, I love when you get one of these little sausages, it's like little bonus meat. It's like a bite of little bonus meat in your lasagna. It is so delicious. And Sherry, I know that you only do like turkey meat, so you could do ground turkey, and then you could probably do turkey sausage. So if that's what you eat, so you can make your lasagna that way. Why not? So this is how we do it. And then you just put these little, they're like tiny little sausage patties. So delicious. So it was like a happy accident that I bought the wrong sausage the first time. Okay, now this is going to blow your mind. Throw a couple extra in here on the end. Now, your noodle. And I made one of these earlier, so I have a couple left in here. Your noodle is going to be whatever deli meat that you bought. And I bought rotisserie seasoned chicken breasts from Sam's Club. Okay, so now these pieces were kind of broken, which I'm not real impressed with. They're not always like this. Your noodle is your deli meat, and you can use chicken, you can buy turkey, you can use ham. Okay, that piece is totally broken, so I have a new package here. Let's go open it. You can use ham, whatever you prefer. Pull some of these out here. They kind of break when you pull them out, though. Okay. And then you just spread them out like noodles. Your noodle is just, and who wouldn't love lasagna with more meat? This is amazing, and it tastes so amazing. Like, it is just so delicious. When Janine told me about this recipe, and honestly, I'm going to demo enchiladas. And the enchilada is actually deli ham, and it is so good. It really is. And I can't take credit for this recipe. This is Maria Emmerich's recipe. I just have to disclaim that. This is not my recipe. But she has a keto lasagna enchilada. And I recently made that recipe. And I'll probably demo that as well. It is so good. And for that, I made my own enchilada sauce. See how these are just laying out like noodles? So delicious. Yum. Okay, so then, after you get that laid out, what we are going to do is spread half of this ricotta cheese down here. Let me get this out of here. You may need that later. Hold on. Stick that up here. Okay, so I usually just do like little dabs. This is my method. Dabs all over the place. And then I start spreading. And then I see if I need more. Because sometimes the chicken feels like it wants to pull up in places. But this really is so good. Like, so we're having this for Christmas, but Janine, you're coming in a week later, and I would not be sad to make this again when you come in. And I really don't think Dennis would be sad either. And really, I could probably, although I might have to buy another pan or a tin pan, I probably could make them all at the same time and freeze one if I have freezer space, or if I could borrow Mom's freezer. Okay, so that's pretty good. Actually, that covered pretty good. And then, after you do this, I bought, you can use mozzarella, you can use shredded cheese, you can use whatever kind of cheese you want. My favorite is the Member's Mark provolone, because this just goes on so easy. These slices, check this out. Put a slice down, put a slice down. Actually, usually I do it this way, watch. Because as Kristen says, you're never going to have too much cheese. So I like to do it this way, overlap, overlap, overlap. Look how nice that goes on. Like some kind of artwork. Okay, see that? I'm going to need my kitchen scissors because we're going to need to open that other package. Okay, so we have this. Then Parmesan cheese. And there are measurements for this, but you're never going to ruin a recipe with cheese. I mean, has anyone ever ruined a recipe with cheese? No, so I don't measure the Parmesan cheese. You can measure the Parmesan cheese, but I don't. I'm going to post a recipe with the exact measurements. So if you need those, you will have them. Okay, so Parmesan cheese. And then we start all over again. So we are going to take the rest of this meat mixture, and everything works out perfectly. So we're going to put the rest of the meat mixture in here. We're just going to spread it out. And I'm curious to see if Janine makes hers the same way I do. Probably nobody makes theirs with the sausage links, because that was an accident. Like I said, sometimes I forget to saute the onions. Okay, so my timer is going off, so I will be right back. I need to check the oven and check on the other lasagna. And it looks like it's about done. Let me set the timer for about 5 more minutes. Okay, because I think it could get a little browner on top. Alright. Boy, it does look delicious though. And my husband is not complaining that I'm making this much lasagna. There are 2 lasagnas that we're going to have. Okay. Get the last bit of sauce in here because you don't want to waste any. A couple onions in there too. Yeah, so I forgot to saute the onions, but I've done that in the past, and raw onions don't bother me. Some people it does. Okay, so again, we are going to make sure we get these little nuggets of meat in here. So I'm watching this show called Reversed. It is about how to reverse your type 2 diabetes. And I'm on season 2, and Maria Emmerich and Ken Berry are in it. And Maria Emmerich was cooking for the participants who all have diabetes, and she was making hamburgers. She said the most amazing thing. She was making hamburgers, and she called them meat cookies. She called the hamburgers meat cookies. Every time I make hamburgers now, I'm going to be calling them meat cookies. And when I asked Dennis what he wants for dinner, and he's like, I want hamburgers, I'm like, you mean you want meat cookies? Like, that is the greatest thing ever. I love that, meat cookies. So these are like mini meat cookies. I'm putting mini meat cookies on the lasagna. All right, so let's take a poll. Do you think you will use ground sausage, Italian sausage? Will you use little mini meat cookie sausages, or no sausage at all? Post in the comments what type of sausage do you prefer. I prefer mini meat cookie sausages because I just like these. Okay. All right, then we got to do more. This pan is smaller than my other pan, so this is going to be a little sketchy, but it will be okay. We need to do more chicken breast. Oop, this one broke. How am I going to do that? See if we can find the other piece. Okay. I like the rotisserie chicken, but it's a little crumbly. I think when I used a turkey, the turkey is a little more solid. Okay, you know what? I'm not seeing comments. Let me wash my hands and touch my phone here, just in case you guys... Are you guys talking to me? Swipe left. You are! Are you guys talking? Somebody say something. Rhonda's here. Hey, Rhonda. How you been, Rhonda? Somebody, Yep. That's how I make it. Okay, Janine uses ground sausage. Could add spinach. Where are you watching the movie in? Okay, Rhonda, I'll have to look. Season 2 and Season 3 is on YouTube. Season 1, I had to go to this weird app to get it, and it's no longer there. So I don't know if Season 1 is still available, but you can watch Season 2 and Season 3 on YouTube. I'll try to find it and share it. And Season 3 is, you specifically want to watch Season 3, Rhonda? Because Season 3 is all about carnivore. And Dr. Berry does Season 3. For Christmas, you want one with all turkey? You want me to do one with all turkey, Sherry? Yeah? Okay. Will you eat it? If I do one with all turkey for Christmas, you'll eat it? Okay. All right, so. All right. Okay, hold on. There's my timer. Get this out of the way, and we'll come back to this. Let me go check on this. All right. Be right back. Hang tight, peeps. Let me get this lasagna out, because I made one so you guys could see it. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, my gosh, it's heavy, though. Sure I don't drop this, because it's hot. Alright, gotta leave that oven on, and it is bubbling. Okay. It's bubbling. Okay, so we got the meat. You want turkey cookies, Sherry? So, Sherry, for Christmas, do you want ground turkey sausage or do you want turkey cookies? You want turkey cookies? I'll have to find some turkey sausage links for you. Okay. Alright, so the next, so after this, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Chicken breast. So we got to put the rest of this on here, right? Plop, plop, plop. So I just put little plops on here. Because one time I started on one end and I ran out of it. So that's why I put it all over, spread it over. Make sure I'm evening it out. And see gotta kind of gently spread it. Because your chicken noodles, now Sherry's got me saying turkey. Your chicken noodles will come on. This is ideal for you too, Sherry, because both. She wants both. Okay, yeah, because you won't have hamburger, so you'll have ground turkey and turkey cookies. Gotcha. Okay, I get it. You have both. That's right. That's accurate. That makes sense. And then we could even do chicken noodles, so you have a little variety of the meat for some flavor. The rotisserie chicken meat has a good flavor to it too. It's not boring. It's really delicious. Okay. All right. That's looking good. What do you guys think? Yeah. And it's really not hard to make. And if you normally make a lasagna and you boil noodles and all that junk, and I don't even miss the noodles. And all you do is you feel lethargic after eating all that junk anyway. Okay. So, after that, then we're back to the cheese. Holding, I'm running out of room over here. Okay, so I'm going to need my scissors, but we got to cheese this up. So cheese. Let me grab my scissors because I got another package of cheese. I've been doing pretty good. I have not been coughing. You guys see this okay? The recipe does not call for cottage cheese. My guess is it's a little probably higher carb. Let me look at this. I have the container. Let me see how many carbs are in this container. So, Rhonda, you'll have to look. The full fat, I used to eat the full fat cottage cheese. So per serving, there's 2 grams of carbs in this. And I think the cottage cheese, I don't know, Janine, can you look that up real quick while I'm doing this? I think full fat cottage cheese is higher. Yeah, just use full fat cottage cheese. I think it might be a little higher in carbs, but I would just do it. I mean, I used to eat full fat cottage cheese every day, Rhonda. Not a whole lot, just a little serving. Yeah, I used to eat full fat cottage cheese every day, Rhonda, while I was losing weight. When I lost my 60 pounds that one year in 2019, I ate cottage cheese every day. So I would just do it. You'll be fine. All right, I need to... Okay, so we have this. Then, guess what time it is? Parmesan. And again, she gives measurements because you have to measure. You have to give measurements. This is getting a little full, but I'll show you a trick that I do so you don't spill in your oven. I learned this the hard way too when the smoke alarm kept going off. So I put Parmesan on top. I'm trying to be generous here, but it ain't coming out very well. Okay. The other thing I like to do, and a lot of people don't like black olives. I don't think Kevin's in here. Rhonda, that is fantastic. Everybody, Rhonda's down 40 pounds. 5 carbs per serving. Yeah, it's a little higher in carbs, Rhonda, but just do it. Just do it. If you don't like ricotta, just do it. Everybody, Rhonda, are you still doing carnivore? How much longer on carnivore do you have? Janine, Rhonda's doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Dr. Berry's beef, butter, bacon, and eggs challenge. Way to go, Rhonda. Okay, so I have some black olives here. When you are done, when you're taking a break, Rhonda, I highly recommend this is the first dish that you make. And go ahead and put your cottage cheese in there because you deserve it. Okay, so I like to decorate mine with black olives. Not everybody likes black olives, but I do. Dennis does. And so the trick to this is you're going to preheat your oven for 425. You're going to wrap it in tin foil. And you're going to bake it, I think, for like an hour. And the first 30 minutes, you're going to bake it covered. Okay? You're going to, and this one, I might need to like tent it a little bit because this is going to not do well because this is full. So I'm going to try to tent it a little bit so it doesn't, the cheese doesn't stick to the top so bad. And in the second half an hour, you're going to take the tin foil off. And you are going to let the cheese bake and bubble and turn brown a little bit. And I've never messed this up. I mean, it always, even when I forget to saute the onions, comes out amazing. Okay, let me get the tin foil. Let's see if I can kind of wrap this loosely. Okay, now I'm going to pop this in. Now actually, let me bring you guys over here. See if I can bring you guys over here. Like the little Christmas tree I put up for all you guys? Cute, huh? Okay, so I'm going to bring you guys over here. And you're probably going to see this awesome lasagna now. Oh, so I have a tray here. Oh, mushrooms, yeah, fresh parsley or chives. So I have this vented a little bit. And then my trick is I stick this on a pan. Because sometimes it bubbles over. And then it gets smoky in your kitchen and everything, and I don't like that. And we have a fire alarm system. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in and just put it on the top rack, and then I'm going to set it for 50 minutes. So we're not going to be on here for 50 minutes, but I already have one here done that I can show you now, or actually an hour. And then I'll set my timer here for 30 minutes so I know to take the foil off. Hold on, I'm getting out of breath here. Probably because I still have this cold. One. Set timer for 30 minutes. Yeah, there, that worked. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this one around. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. But can you see this lasagna? Hold on, I'm not doing very well here. You're seeing my feet. Hold on. Let me get it this way. Can you guys see this? That is what it looks like. It is so good. It is delicious. So that is what it looks like when it's all done. Get out of the way here. Turn it this way and down. I think that's better. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, good. Sorry, I'm on a stick. And so that's what the finished product looks like. And so what I do is, let me tell you what I do with these. Well, usually they get eaten up. So, actually, let me see, I want to sit down. Let me put this over here and we'll talk for a minute, and I'm going to grab a chair. All right, you can see the lasagna in the background. Isn't that a pretty picture? All right, so I'm going to grab my chair so I can sit for a minute. Okay, so, yeah, perfecto. So I have 2 lasagna. Normally, Dennis and I will eat a whole pan of lasagna because that will feed us for days. But I have 2 lasagnas. And usually the first day it's a little runny, but once it sits in the fridge overnight, it cuts perfectly. It's awesome. And Dennis he'll almost eat 2 pieces a day. Like, we'll go through that in, I don't know, 4 days or so, 3 days, who knows how many days. And it will last that long. But I have 2 lasagnas, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut them and I'm going to put them into Ziploc baggies. And I'm going to freeze them. So that's what I'm going to do with the second lasagna. But I have a feeling he'll dig into that one too. So that's what's going to happen with that. But he was not complaining when I said, oh, I'm going to demo lasagna in the live tonight and I have to make 2 of them. He's like, okay. He's like, all right, that's awesome. I get to have 2 lasagnas. I think he thinks he's going to eat both the lasagnas. I don't think he doesn't realize one of them's going to disappear into the freezer and I can take it for my lunches. Okay. The calories are 404. But as far as keto goes, the carbs are 6.4. So I don't know if you do, straight keto or not. We don't really worry about calories in keto, Sherry. And you're working out a lot. You're going to burn that in 5 minutes. But there's 30 grams of protein per piece. 30 grams of protein per slice. So one slice has 404 calories, 28 grams of fat, 6.4 carbs, and half a gram of fiber, 30 grams of protein. And I'll post this recipe in the show notes. So, what other questions? Yeah, this has, this is one of the highest protein macros I've ever seen, honestly, is in this lasagna. The other things are high too, but one of the highest recipes I've ever, protein macros I've ever seen. So if you need a meal that has high protein, this is it. Other than just sitting there and eating meat, you can't get any higher protein. Plus, it tastes awesome. So, I mean, the fat and the calories are high too, but it's awesome to eat, and it's one of our favorites. Thanks, Janine, for showing it to me. It's one of the first keto meals I ever learned to make. And it's really, I mean, other than having to, make some sausage and make some ground beef or ground whatever you make, Sherry. Now, not using ground beef, using another meat, Sherry, might change your macros a little bit. But you just have to find out what kind of meat, what your macros are in your meat. So, awesome. What other questions are people having? Hey, Jessica. Yeah, really good. What other questions? These are great. Great questions. Sorry, my kitchen always becomes disaster by now. So my kitchen was clean and now you're looking at a messy kitchen. Hey. Guess what I made them, Jessica? I made them the regular protein lasagna. You had the enchilada lasagna last time. Tell them how good that was. It was good, wasn't it? It was good. I think it was good. I made the regular lasagna. I'll come back over here and show a picture. Again, we'll go over towards the lasagna again. Yep. Hold on. I can't do this very well. Here it is. There's a picture. Showed everybody how to make it. And now Dennis and I get to eat. Ooh. Fast food and keto. So, fast food and keto. Yeah. I have not. It is. Okay, so. Burgers without buns. Yes. Sub in a tub. Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. So, taco salad without shell. Yeah, let's talk about eating out. Thank you, Janine. I have not talked about this yet. But everybody should get used to going out and learning how to order at restaurants and feel comfortable about that. So, if you go to... fajitas. So if you go to a Mexican place, my favorite thing to do is to get either fajita salad with fajita meat or just get the fajita plate, no beans, no rice, and sometimes they have extra vegetables or extra lettuce. The taco salad without the shell. Janine says steakhouse, pass on the bread and get a double side of vegetables. Yep. Oh, that's good. If they do that, I never thought of that one. So Jimmy John's, our favorite is the unwich, and it's expensive, but my favorite is, and I don't know if you get this one, it's a huge, let me tell you which one I get at Jimmy John's. It's huge. It's the biggest meat one. It's huge. I haven't gotten it in a while. It is the gargantuan. Have you ever gotten the gargantuan, Janine? It is the JJ gargantuan. Salami, capicola, turkey, roast beef, ham, provolone, onion, lettuce, tomato, mayo. And you can skip the mayo and use your own when you get home, or just get the gargantuan. It's freaking huge. Double salad at Texas Roadhouse. Awesome, Rhonda. Rhonda's becoming an expert here, I'm telling you. Probably going to make her an admin in the group. You can, and I forget what Dr. Barry did, and I think they've changed their dollar menu, but you just go get like 10 single patties at McDonald's in a bowl. I mean, yeah, let's see. I honestly don't eat out a whole lot anymore because unless we absolutely have to or we're on vacation, just because I've been just so disappointed. Now, this is funny. Yeah, they're gross now, and I'm just, ever since, no offense, but ever since COVID, things changed and it's expensive. And it seems like the food has changed, and I feel like what's behind me back here is way better and tastier. And so a lot of times if we meet up with friends, I'll eat before I go and just order a salad or something. So I eat a ton of food before I go. Fast food is, unless it's Mexican and I can get a really good fajita or something, or I do like Five Guys and some of the burger places. And yeah, it's more fulfilling at home, like Rhonda says. Now, there's another place I like, Portillo's. I like Portillo's, and Portillo's has these meatballs. And the other thing, Janine, I become more sensitive to stuff, and they use a lot of bad juju ingredients, and I feel like I tend to get reactions. So, but she's right. Janine is right. And sometimes I bake my own bread and sneak it in my purse. Those buns, the buns I did the very first one, I'll just take a big purse, and then the fajita wraps. Hold on, let me get these out again. These things, the egg white wraps, I will sneak these in my purse. So if I go to the Mexican restaurant, I will take those in my purse. They're in my freezer, and they do freeze well. Yeah. And if we go to restaurants, a lot of times we go to places, well, I'll order no fajita, and then a lot of times they don't speak English, and then they're looking at me weird, like, I thought you ordered no fajita. Where'd the fajita come from? But we can't communicate because I don't speak Spanish, so it doesn't matter, because they just look at me weird. I'm like, so it doesn't matter anyway. But it's cool. So a lot of times that happens, and then a lot of the restaurants I go to, the waitresses know that I bring my own special bread in my purse, and they know this is like food allergy, whatever. Just say food. And actually, I kind of do have a food allergy now because I've been eating this way so long. I can't tolerate their bread, so it all works out. But don't get burgers, no buns, salads. One time I went to Longhorn. We were coming back from my sister-in-law's funeral, and I made a mistake of eating at a Longhorn out of town, and I thought Brussels sprouts, they were okay, right? They were sugar glazed. They have a glaze on them, and they were brown sugar, and I took one bite, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so sweet. But we just buried my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, and I was like, screw it, and I just ate them. I mean, I was like hungry, and we were gone all day, and we hadn't had breakfast. I was like, whatever. So I ate it, but I'm like, man, remind me not to order the Brussels sprouts at Longhorn anymore. And so I just get the steamed asparagus or broccoli. What else? Hot dogs, burgers, no bun. I don't eat at Taco Bell anymore. I don't know if anyone eats at Taco Bell. The one I really like that's new is Porta Vallarta Express on Lincoln Way. And you can get a bowl there and just put whatever you want. No rice. You get extra veggies, extra lettuce. And it was like $9, and the bowl was huge. It was better than Chipotle. So anyone who's local, yeah, Chipotle. And they have like a specific keto low-carb menu now. But if you're local, sorry, Janine, if you're local in this area, maybe when you're in town, you could go to Porta Vallarta Express on Lincoln Way. Really good. There's one on Hickory Road, too. Yep, this is the same place. So, yep, same place. Yep. And I was really surprised when I went in there, because online it said no substitutions, but yeah, the steak was really good. Corn dance, steak and veggies. Yep, Sherry works at Corn Dance, so steak and veggies, they'd be accommodating. Sorry, I need to take a drink of water. What other questions? We got 6 minutes. Let's see. So this is gonna sound funny, but we meet friends at Hooters too, and Hooters has a four patty burger. So if I'm not sneaking buns in, then I'll get the 4 patty burger. You do keto for people all the time. They need to be in this group, man. Yeah. 4 patty burger. All right, Rhonda, you look awesome. You need to post when you're at your ultimate goal, before and after pictures. We want to see your progress. Have a great night. See you soon. So a lot of places have steamed broccoli. A lot of the steak places have the green beans that are, and I don't know, like, I think the green beans are pretty good. A lot of places have steamed broccoli, and like I think Janine said that you can get extra veggies, or Rhonda might have said that too. I think Mike's Subs has sub in a tub. I haven't tried that yet, but essentially that's any sub, you just get it in a tub, probably like a salad. I always, when I first started, used to do Subway, and their salads were pretty good. And when I worked downtown almost every day, I used to go on a walk. This is when South Bend was a little bit safer than it is now. But I used to order my sub sandwich, and then I used to walk. And then on my walk, I would make sure Subway was on one of my stops, and then I would pick up my salad, and I would walk back to the office. So I would eat out. I would treat myself maybe once a week to a Subway salad, because it was good. I like to eat, and so I would eat out once a week for lunch and go on a walk and pick up Subway. Jimmy John's, always good. Mexican food, always good. Where else? Hamburgers, steaks. I mean, steaks are always good. What else? I haven't honestly been eating out a lot. Do you eat out a lot, Janine? I don't eat out a lot because I feel like, I don't know, the food I cook here is just so good. It seems like fast food hamburger will do lettuce wraps. See more. I keep getting in more protein. Yeah, this might be a good option for your protein. 180 grams, that's really good, Sherry. Yeah, the high protein macro idea. In-N-Out protein style. That's awesome. We don't have In-N-Out burgers here. That's only, I think, out west and maybe down south. I think we ate them. Zach took us to In-N-Out Burger. Jessica and I went. I don't know if Jessica may have left. Yeah, they were very good. We do have, what's the one, I just mentioned them. We do have the one that's out on Grape Road. Five Guys. We have Five Guys burgers and fries. And that's kind of like In-N-Out Burger. And I like them, but the only one we have is right by the mall, and I don't like going out to the mall. And there's no good place to park. So, we got 2 minutes, guys. I got the other lasagna that we made together in there. Hopefully it's not spilling out everywhere. What do you want to eat when you come in town, Janine? We could do pizza. We could do another lasagna. We could do... Oh, Mom said that's what you told her too. We could do anything. Yum. Hungry again. For dinner, I had an egg white omelet and leftover turkey from Thanksgiving that I froze. Today was a protein day. So, yeah, we don't eat out a lot. It's getting to be too expensive, and we cook
at home a lot. So I have to think of something for next week. Maybe, so Sabrina said she just made the Stupid Easy Bagels, and I was already talking about doing Stupid Easy Bagels, so that might be what I do next week. So, well, everybody, it is 9 p.m., so I think I'm going to sign off now. Thank you all for joining, and I hope anybody who's watching on the replay enjoys this, and please, everybody, pick up the ingredients and make your lasagnas. Thank you all for joining. Love you all. Keto on. Take care.